tuned into the greatest. Allow me to reintroduce myself.
The Sultan of SWAT. The King of Crash. The Colossus of Clout. The Colossus of Clout.
Yo, this is Nappy Boy Radio Live.
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another...
You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Everybody stay where you are, chill the F out.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
I am Prince T'Challa, son of King T'Chaka.
Well, around here, between Normandy and Weston, we call this here a little twin. Wow.
It's simple. We kill the Batman.
I'll do you one better. Why is Gamora?
Tell me, do you bleed? You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me.
These white men are dangerous.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
That there is going to tell me how much I have to fuck around to find out what I need to find out.
Oh my God, you want to talk about mothers? Oh, you want to talk about mothers? It's mother time.
Wolf Captain, I won't ask a second time.
It's no moon. It's a space station.
It's too big to be a space station.
Here at WIZ, we play nothing but the hits. Nothing but the hits. Nothing but the motherfucker.
I ain't scared of you, mother.
What's up and what's going on, fellow fanatics? Hope everybody is having a happy and blessed Sunday. It's not Memorial Day. Memorial Day is tomorrow, right? Isn't that what it is, or is it Labor Day?
Tuesday.
Oh, whichever day it is.
30th, Memorial Day.
Whichever day that you are going to get together with your people for like barbecues and stuff. Have fun, yay! You know.
That's not doing shit Tuesdays.
Oh gosh, no, I don't. You know, I don't do. Holidays are just. I'm just like, what? It's another day. It's another day. I just happen to have the day off, but I'm actually going into work because, God, doggone it, got to build that second studio. So, yeah. Hope everybody's having a good day. Hope you guys, like I said, so I don't want to hear no shit in the chat about, oh my God, it's the 3rd Street. No, I told y'all we're going to be here Thursdays and Sundays, and that's going to be consistent. And we've been consistent with it, so we're here with you guys. We got some things to talk about. If you're new here and you would like to join our Discord, sorry, this is all new. If you would like to join our Discord, you can do so. The link is down below in the bio. There's vast amounts of conversations going on in our Discord from DC, Star Wars, anime. You talk about it, you name it, they're talking about it. So if you guys would like to join our Discord, the link is down below in the bio. And it's also a great way for you guys to get in contact with myself, Q, or Corey if there's anything pressing that you guys want to tell us, or if there's a topic that you would like us to discuss, you can get in contact with us through the Discord there. So if you would like to, the link is down below in the bio. So before we get started with anything today, Q, how was your day?
It was well. The weekend was much better than the week. I didn't really do shit. I had a grad party yesterday, watched fucking Miami Bloatus come back.
Yeah.
Pretty much same as you, working, getting ready for more work and stuff. We get our keys for our office this week, I'm pretty sure, so bunch of new shit going on and everything, but pretty much got the car fixed, so I'm back on the road. And so that was the main complaint throughout the whole fucking week.
That's good. Yeah, I know you've been struggling with the car. Been there. That shit sucks. Your car doesn't work. That's a fucking necessity. So that shit sucks. My week's been fine. I mean, another week worked. Yeah, fine week. Nothing really to write home about from my week at all. It's just a
super casual.
Yeah, super casual week. I'll tell you what though, I've been getting I've done this before, but I've been going more lately to get the protein bowls from Subway. They piss me the fuck off though, because I'm talking to her like, you know, I'm like I get 2 of them, like one for that day and then one for the next day, and I'm like telling her blah 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 blah. Like, can you cut my tomatoes? Oh, well, we're not allowed to do that, bitch. What the fuck? What do you mean you can't cut my tomatoes? She's like, well, we're not allowed to cut tomatoes anymore. So you're telling me you're gonna throw a whole ass slice of tomato like 3 slices, whole ass slices of tomato in my bitch. Who the fuck eats shit like? And but my thing with that is, I'm not even calling like not her. Like it's not her rule. I get it. My thing is though, bro. My sophomore year, I worked at Cane's. When people ask me, "Can I get an extra cane sauce?" and would get ready to hand me money, put your fuck. I'm not making you pay me for sauce. I'm not making you pay me for an extra toast. It's not that deep. It's Subway. Cut the fucking tomato.
Just one chicken strip.
I'm like, what the fuck?
No, yeah, I get that same shit. I'm like, bro, I don't get it. Like,
yeah, it's not that
every
deep.
time I'll go to McDonald's and the only thing I usually get is fries, but I want sauce or some shit. So I don't ask till I get to the fucking window, because if you ask at the speaker, they'll go ahead and put it on your tab. So I don't ask till I get to the speaker, and then they really sit
charge
there and
for
ask
sauce?
you for 25 cents. They will sit there and ask you for a damn quarter.
What the fuck?
You know, you'll be some niggas like you and cool and shit, and they'll just give you the shit. But they'll really sit there, like usually the old ladies and men who are trying to make corporate happy or some shit. You can tell they're just like, I'm gonna need those 25 cents, little nigga, little nigga for that. I'm like, nah, man.
Well,
can't do that shit.
I did not know that. They charge for.
Yeah, no. So I definitely get that shit. Cutting tomatoes is fucking wild.
Yeah, it's wild. Like, it's wild, bro.
Nigga.
It's wild.
I would have been like, let me come back there and do it myself.
But here's the thing too. Like when they hand you, like, you know, like this. So the location I go to is the one on the east side. The one by my house I don't go to because I've already gotten into it with them. So they piss me off. So I go to a different one. So the first night I went, the lady that made mine, she was like, she hooked my shit up, bro. Like she put it to the top of the lid. Yeah.
She brimmed you.
This is that I've only taken 2 bites. That's it, bro. And then here's the thing though. When she was handing me, when she's putting the spinach in there, she was like, what lettuce you want? I was like, spinach. When she's putting it in there, she goes, like
that shit was fuck.
Yeah, that shit pisses me off.
I don't even know. That shit was decoration.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just like, that shit pisses me off.
No, yeah, it's crazy, especially ever since price has gone up too. It's like everywhere is fucking stingy.
Oh yeah, but see, that's why I call them out. I'm like, if I'm paying for it, nah, bro, you better put the shit in there.
Y'all stingy for it.
Yeah,
like I'm the nigga who. I'm taking my shit back.
Yeah,
my shit wrong. I'm spinning the block. I'm talking to the window again and shit. But that's it. But besides the point, this week I realized how old I'm getting because my little brother's finna be in high school.
Oh God.
And I know even you remember when that nigga was little, Jesus, running around. And yeah, he last day of middle school was like Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever. That nigga's finna be in high school. So I'm getting old. You getting old.
I'm getting old. That's crazy. Yeah, but we do have some things to, talk about with you guys today. But let me go ahead and address everybody that's here. Appreciate everybody being here. JD75, appreciate you. Andre Ware, Alpha Records, Raptor Cloak, Zang Beto, Johnny Washington, Spoiler Kings, Gray, Kenny Washington. Why was I say Kenny Washington? Where the fuck is that from? Kenny Pierce, my bro. Appreciate you being here. Connoisseur, Triple Salute. Appreciate you being here. Xavier Phoenix, Dexter Hobbs, D Stizzle, Enviro Earth 2, Official EMG, Ant-Man 1991. Bindu, Windu. Who am I missing? Am I missing anybody? I don't think so. Appreciate all of you guys being here and everybody that's currently watching. If you haven't said anything in the chat, we appreciate you being here as well. So like I said, we are going to get into some things with you guys today. The first thing that we are going to talk about is one of the just off the top deals here. Let me see. There we go. And that is that the High Evolutionary, one of the things we talked about before Guardians of the Galaxy even came out, months before, was what was he going to look like? Even before we saw him at San Diego was it San Diego Comic-Con? Was that okay? Before we saw him at San Diego Comic-Con, the question was, how was he going to look? Was he going to be comic accurate? XYZ, blah blah blah. Well, obviously he wasn't, but I have no complaints with really with what they did with him. The performance outweighed the look for me. The performance was brilliant. But this is coming from the direct, and this is what he was going to look like. Now, even though the performance outweighed the look for me, I still would have liked that look. That look right there, I mean, that's that comic accurate look. That would have been really dope to see on screen. So I don't know why they did away with this. I can
tell you. They do it with all their villains.
Oh yeah,
they
do
see
it with
the
everybody.
face.
Yeah,
you got to see the face of the actor for some emotional appeal or something. Which is like the only villain that we haven't had that with is like Ultron. Like we had a lot of Josh Brolin and Thanos. We had Bale and Gore. I don't want to butcher his name, but
who are you talking about? Him?
Yeah.
No, I can't. My thing though is when you know you're signing up to play a Marvel character and it's an obscure type, character, or it's a character that it's not their face or whatever. That's what you're signing up for, and that was my thing with Christian Bale. If you wanted to show your face, then don't sign up for the project because that's not gore. But that's
my thing. Do you think it's like a studio decision to give them the face? So you think that audiences can maybe watch how an actor's acting with their face? Like sometimes it's not even the actor. Like the studio wants us to see facial expressions and shit like that.
I would say maybe they do, but if they do, then my counter argument to that would be Rocket. Bradley Cooper makes you feel Rocket, and we don't see Bradley Cooper at all. We just see a raccoon.
Rocket. I mean, a fucking tree.
Right. So it's like, he gives that emotion with just his voice and everything like that. So my thing is, if you are the actor or caliber actor you claim to be, Christian Bale, then you can do that without your face.
Yeah.
But that's just me. Like I said, I like the more comic accurate look.
I think my question is, why do they always release such better images and shit after the movie? Like,
people, because they'll be like, well, why didn't you just go with this instead?
Yeah, why? It's like Marvel doesn't have to release this shit, or even anyone that works for them don't have to release this shit, but they always do it for every movie and shit. I feel like knowing like fans are gonna like this art better, or this concept better, and stuff like that. So I
do.
I don't know.
Even the gore.
I don't
concepts.
know. I don't know what it really does for them. Like letting this stuff out, like, oh, y'all could have did something cool, but you didn't. Like,
but my thing is, so when we're in the room, and because I can only judge off of what I've seen, like with Star Wars, when they were coming up with the design for General Grievous, George Lucas just came in with a stamp and stamped the ones he liked, put an X through the ones he didn't. So I'm assuming maybe the process is the same. So when they were going through that process, you X that. Not saying I'm not mad at this, but you X'd the comic accurate concept art, and you went with what we got in the film. And I just
on a consensus vote, you would seem like everyone went with that one.
And I'm assuming since James is the director, that was his final call. So I don't know. Like I said, I just thought that was interesting because, like always, we always share the concept art from what they originally had, opposed to what we got in the film. So. But there's that. But you guys let us know down below in the comments. Are you mad about the concept art? Are you upset? Or did you like what we got in the film more? Do you not care at all? Or do you think Marvel should just go more more comic accurate with all of their movie costumes that we're starting to see? I think that who was it that we also said was comic accurate? Guardians. They're the suits that they had on in Guardians 3 were comic accurate. So if they could just keep that. That's what people want to see. But anyway, let me know down below in the comments what you guys are thinking. What do we got?
Justin said, I'll never understand actors wanting to show their face. Do they think we're that dumb that we can't figure out who they're playing? Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're an actor. Your job is to play pretend.
Right. I agree.
D Steel said he looks like a black Alex Murphy from RoboCop. And then he said, looked way different, in quotes, aka comic accurate. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's weird the things they choose to go comic accurate with, too, and when they don't. Envira Earth said, it feels like a waste to not show Bradley's face. He is quite handsome. I mean, that just goes to show, I don't think he's requesting anything like try to show me as a rocket in any way or some shit. Or a raccoon, and I said as a rocket, my dumbass. As a raccoon in any way.
You don't think he cares about it?
At all. That's pretty much all we got watching. And then he says, Thor 4 worth watching? No.
Because if I'm Bradley Cooper, my job is not to make you see me. My job is to make you see Rocket.
Yeah.
Make you feel the emotions of Rocket. And he does that brilliantly in all 3 movies and every cameo that the Guardians show up in. So
Justin said, you know what I'm confused about? Why does James Gunn go fully comic accurate for DC, but when it comes to Marvel, he strays away from the comic accuracy? I assume it's a Marvel decision, but I'm just confused. I mean, I'm not saying there was no comic accuracy in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, because like you said, they got all their suits. There's comic accuracy in there, but I don't know. I think, like I said earlier, it's odd the things they shy away from and when they choose or pick and choose not to do it and not, or when to go comic accurate and when not to.
I concur. I agree. Okay, if that's all we've got there, we'll move to the next thing, and the next little off the top conversation we're going to get into is just going to be Charlize Theron opened up in a recent interview, and she was talking about how she has not heard from Marvel about coming back as Clea for Doctor Strange 3, and this is according to Theron. She has not gotten the call from Marvel Studios about Clea, about when Clea will return. The actress seemed to be telling the truth, which means that whatever project she, returns to or returns in has still to ramp up, and there are a few possibilities as to what that might be. Check out the full quote below. She said, "No, I don't. I haven't gotten a call. I haven't gotten a, is that bad? Is that..." Maybe we should have watched the interview, because that's coming from Josh over at, the Hot Mic lead? Let's see what he said.
What's the Marvel future? Do we know the plan? Do you know when you're popping up next?
I don't. No, I haven't gotten a call. I have not gotten. Is that bad? Is that bad? Is that bad? No, I'm not lying. I'm not lying. I haven't gotten a call. Okay. Is that bad? Is that bad?
Oh, you're fine.
Okay.
Awkward. Anywho.
We'll cut that.
No, that's what we're running. It's good to see you.
It's really nice to see you. Always, yes, for real. All right.
Grab this from you.
No, I want to just take it with me.
These are valuable.
No, don't.
I've seen a lot of people online, because this has been kind of this was 2-3 days ago she said this, but people online have been saying like, oh, like even in the article from Screen Rant, they say she seems to be telling the truth. I don't know. I guess we have not learned. I don't take any of these actors at their word. Sir Patrick Stewart said, "I'm not in Multiverse of Madness." In comes Patrick Stewart as Professor X. Andrew Garfield lied to us for an entire year. In comes Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man. So to think that she has not gotten a call about Doctor Strange 3, when I'm assuming she's going to be one of the key characters in Doctor Strange 3, because the incursion that was apparently caused, they have to go fix it, X, Y, and Z. And we also know that Doctor Strange 3 has been moved forward. They want it coming before Secret Wars. She's gotten the fucking call. Like, that's not a... There's really no story here. I mean, I'm only bringing it up because everybody was talking about, people have been talking about it online, and then again, like I said, even the quote from Screen Rant said she seems to be telling the truth. She's not. She's not. She's an actress. That's their job. Yeah. They cannot disclose things like that. I mean, every time this happens, every single time an actor and actress, like even when Elizabeth Olsen said, "Oh, I don't know what's next." Bullshit. Yes, she does. Marvel plans these things out 10 years in advance. When they go on those retreats, they plan that shit out 10 years in advance. And if you think that they are not trying to put themselves within whatever actor or actress's schedule to let them know, hey, not this year, not the next year, but maybe in 2020, whatever, we need to be pinned into your schedule because we need you for this. Obviously, things can change because it's years and days and whatever. Things can change. But they plan this shit out in advance. So she's gotten the call. She knows that she's coming back as Clea and whatever the incursion in Doctor Strange 3. So,
yeah, no, I brought it up definitely because it was something that's like, it's interesting to me because I think we all know that Marvel plans their shit out. Or at least not we all know, but we both know Marvel plans their shit out and that they always contact actors for if they want to play just one movie or if they want them to play in multiple things for the future and stuff like that. But my thing is, I feel like Marvel's in such a clusterfuck right now in the sense of Doctor Strange 3 or whatever is happening with them should be happening before Secret Wars, like we've talked about, before King's Dynasty, like we've talked about. We saw they've even fast-tracked stuff. And so if the only thing I'm taking from that is that she hasn't gotten a call on what the fuck is going on next. But I assume that we all know she's Clea. She has to be in Marvel. So there's no doubt in my mind that they've contacted her and, hey, you're not just in the end of this movie. You're probably the whole fucking storyline for the next one. But it's just a simple fact of I don't believe Marvel even knows what they want to do with Doctor Strange 3. I don't know if they want to go Raimi again, like I'm sure we'll talk about later and stuff. But I don't know.
I don't know. It is. I mean, like I said, it is. yeah, we'd have to see, you know, I guess what comes out about outside of what we already know about Doctor Strange 3, and that's just that they're trying to stop an incursion. That's really all that has come out for it, and that's not anything that's come out. That's just what we know from the mid-credit or post-credit scene. So, but we'll move to the next topic here. The next topic we're going to move on to is going to be the things going on with Secret Wars. Now, when we've talked about Secret Wars before, especially when it comes to the one-parter, it being a one-part film. I'd said from the beginning, there's no way Secret Wars can be one part. It has to be two parts. And we're even hearing rumors of it being delayed and X, Y, and Z. Well, now new rumors have come out that from Jeff Snyder, credible, obviously very credible Jeff Snyder, and his sources that are telling him that, and this is coming from the Marvel Studios subreddit, it says other stuff Marvel related that were said by Jeff Snyder on the live and that are worth mentioning. Jeff heard a rumor that Jon Favreau was offered Secret Wars, but bros got too many commitments to Star Wars. We'll talk about that. He also heard that Raimi is returning for Doctor Strange 3, and both Sam Raimi and John Watts were being contenders for Secret Wars. They also said that Destin Daniel Cretton, director for Shang-Chi, is also making a push for himself to direct Secret Wars. We also heard that Ryan Coogler was on the docket for that as well. And Michael Waldron is still going to be writing the film. And I've seen a lot of people saying, Jon Favreau's busy with Star Wars and everything like that. Well, we haven't talked. We haven't been here to talk Star Wars and things going on with Star Wars. I absolutely did not really care that much for Mandalorian Season 3. I thought Grogu was such a plot device. Obviously, he is the MacGuffin of the series. I felt like he was inserted in unnecessarily, and I'm saying all this to get to why Jon Favreau may not be as busy with Star Wars as people might think he is, because Jon Favreau did not intend to have Grogu in Season 3 of The Mandalorian. Not at all. He was not even supposed to get back with Mando after being with Luke for such a short amount of time. But the whole point of him being in Boba Fett was not Jon Favreau's idea. It was Kathleen Kennedy's idea. It was Kathleen Kennedy's idea to insert Grogu into the book of Boba Fett. Those 2 episodes that were so wild that had nothing to do with Boba Fett, but she decided, hey, why Grogu sells, the Mandalorian sells, blah, blah, blah. So whenever we made the decision to make Luke save Grogu, or to come to the rescue of the Mandalorian and everybody else, and then he took Grogu on to teach him, that was all Jon Favreau. Well, then after that time had passed, setting up for Season 3, Jon Favreau and Kathleen Kennedy bumped heads again, because Kathleen said, no, Grogu needs to be in the entirety of the season, to where Jon Favreau was like, no, that's going to completely mess up the story, that what we've got going on, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, Kathleen Kennedy gets what she wants because she is the president. She gets her way. So it kind of diffused Jon Favreau a lot. That's why you got the Season 3 of The Mandalorian that you fucking got. Now, your mileage may vary. You might have really loved it. And if you loved it, hoorah. But for the other shit that was going on with Jon Favreau and Kathleen Kennedy, it diffused him a lot to where he really kind of wanted to take a step back. It's from what we're hearing. This is all rumored stuff from what we're hearing. He wanted to take a step back a little bit. Now, so when they say that he might be busy with Star Wars, I don't think he will be, because you also have to remember Kevin Feige was going to do a Star Wars film that was blocked by who? Kathleen Kennedy. So you got 2 disgruntled brothers. Kevin Feige has already said his first love is Star Wars. His first love is Star Wars. He's always wanted to do a Star Wars film. That was blocked by Kevin Feige, or by Kathleen Kennedy. So you got Jon Favreau, whose shit was fucked up by Kathleen Kennedy. Kevin Feige, whose shit was fucked up by Kathleen Kennedy. What's stopping the both of them from saying, let's stopping? I mean, it's not like I've seen people saying John's coming back. It's not like John left. He's still happy. He's still in the MCU. So what's stopping Kevin Feige from having that conversation? And I would even argue that they have had that conversation. Why? The 15-year anniversary of Iron Man just recently passed, where Jon Favreau and Kevin Feige did that Skype interview type deal where they talked about behind the scenes stuff. That's where they revealed that, the trailer that Robert Downey Jr. was originally wanted to be Dr. Doom, and they talked about other stuff. We don't know what they talked about off the screen. We don't know what Kevin Feige, said, hey, we really want you back over here. We really want you to do this, to direct. Is that something you consider? I wouldn't mind Jon Favreau being I would say give him Armor Wars first. Let him do Armor Wars because he's already familiar with Iron Man. That's his whole thing. Let him do Armor Wars. See how Armor Wars is, and then if Armor Wars is that banger we need it to be, boom, Secret Wars. Give him Secret Wars. Now, why John Watts and Ryan Coogler are on here? I have no fucking clue. I love the Spider-Man films. John Watts is not that guy. Yeah. He did a great job with this for Spider-Man. That's great. For Secret Wars, he's not that guy. Coogler, I don't even need to talk about that.
All Secret Wars either.
Right. And with Coogler, I've seen people saying, well, that's a good because we could get T'Challa.
No.
I've said this, and I'm going to say it again. You're going to get him for a fleeting moment, just for him to leave again. The timeline of the MCU that our characters live in is Toussaint, T'Child, TJ Jr., whatever the fuck you want to call him. That is the future. So even if Coogler, let's hypothetically speak and say just for some weird reason.
I may see in Secret Wars they go get future,
they'll
future
get him.
TJ. they go get future TJ or some shit like that. But
let's say that they decide to go with Ryan Coogler, and then Ryan Coogler decides, hey, let's put T'Challa in the film. It's going to be a distant from another universe, obviously, but that is not going to transfer over into our universe. And some people might say, well, Darius, how do you know that? Because it contradicts the stories that they already have planned. They wouldn't have killed him just to... So, Ryan Coogler's not going to be... Ryan Coogler doesn't need to be on that list either. Sam Raimi. What are your thoughts on Raimi's Secret Wars?
I'm cool with Sam Raimi. I mean, honestly, I've thought about everything we've gotten from Raimi with the original Spider-Man, and then we got Multiverse of Madness and then all his other work and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I'm personally cool with it. The thing I want to get to is Waldron gonna have to win me back riding or some, not even win me back, but he gonna have to win me over because that's the thing that I'm not fucking with. I told you, is Waldron writing anything, I'm not going for it. I don't care if that nigga wrote. It's not gonna fly with me. Unless Raimi and whoever they got working with them is helping them with the script and the actors are advising on it as well. And there's some time put into it.
Kevin Feige's hand needs to be in that. And I'm sure it will.
God damn, I can't trust it. I can't trust Doctor Strange 3. I can't trust Secret Wars.
Are they wanting Waldron to write Strange 3?
Pretty sure. Pretty sure.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'm not opposed to Sam Raimi directing. When I had to think about it when I first heard the rumor, I had to think about it because I was like, I don't know if I want Sam Raimi to do that. But
I like his directing style. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I don't. He gave Spider-Man 2 is, in my opinion, the best Spider-Man film. And then, but then my only issue is this. We're talking about the same guy that didn't sit down to watch the 9 episodes of WandaVision to understand what was going on in Multiverse of Madness. So if he doesn't have the time to dedicate the 9 episodes of WandaVision, do you have the time to dedicate to understand the significance of what Secret Wars is? I don't know. I'm hesitant again. That honestly just came to me. I'm hesitant again. I don't know if I don't like it. No. We need somebody that knows that knows the comic, and I know that's a red flag in Nate Moore and Marvel's eyes. We need somebody that knows comics. We need somebody that knows the MCU already, that doesn't have to go back and rewatch shit, that knows what's going on. I even saw. Oh no, wrong. Sorry, that wasn't him. That was just still John Watts. Yeah, we need somebody that knows what's going on within the MCU and these characters outside of the MCU. We don't need somebody coming in here trying to put their personal spin on Secret Wars. And again, Sam Raimi's lack of dedication to WandaVision to understand what he should have how he should have directed or could have directed Multiverse of Madness, that's a big red flag for me. Secret Wars is not no fucking Multiverse of Madness.
No, I agree. I don't. Like a bunch of people in the comments saying, like I said the other day, the Russos had to have just told him no.
Yeah. Yeah, it has to be that because, that's what everybody's saying. The Russos, the Russos.
Our work is the best over there. We're done.
Yeah.
Why would we come back? We're done.
And I would love to have the Russos back. The funny thing is, we've talked about this before. There are interviews where they said that's what they want to do. If they come back, they want Secret Wars. I don't know what Marvel needs to do. I mean, Secret Wars is already going to cost what it's going to cost. But you need to throw the studio at the Russo brothers. Not just those two, but, and I agree on the Waldron. I agree on the Waldron writing.
Process should be Secret Wars has to make $1 billion.
And for that, we need $1 billion director.
If it makes $1 billion, you're going to make your money back.
And I know
you're not going to spend $1 billion making it.
No. And I've seen people saying, well, the outside of Marvel, the Russos haven't done anything. And very true. Very true. The outside of Marvel, their shit sucks. But inside of Marvel, they have delivered gems, bro. Gems. And it's like they know, because they know these characters. That's what I mean when I say directors that know these characters. So, and then the next one that we were talking about there was, let me see. Destin Daniel Creighton, who we know did Shang-Chi 2 and did Shang-Chi, is in line for Shang-Chi 2 and is also doing Kang Dynasty, but he's also making a push for Secret Wars. I really like Shang-Chi. I really do. It's one of the better things from Phase 4.
I don't mind if that nigga's making the push for it. If he wants to
push all you want, but
if he's wanting to do the door. And Shang-Chi was good.
It was great.
And if if Shang-Chi 2 gets better, Kang's Dynasty is good.
That's it.
If he just progressively keeps getting better and he's pushing for the shit that he actually wants to do, and even while the whole MCU's going to shit, he's sitting here wanting to make shit.
Kang Dynasty would have to be the caveat. It would have to be the thing that would have to, if Kang Dynasty was, if that's good, if I'm not talking, it can't be good. If Kang Dynasty is what it needs to be, then sure, put him on Secret Wars.
Have you rewatched Shang-Chi recently?
Not recently. I haven't watched anything Marvel.
But I rewatched it like last week or something just because I was bored, went to bed rewatching it. It's good. Like, I don't know. I don't really have too many complaints about the film. The bus scene is good when they go.
No, it's a great
film.
His
sister is good. His parents fighting in the little.
It's one of the gems from the 19 projects of Phase 4.
It's a good film and everything. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to it, as you said, but I think I definitely need to see more, and definitely need to see a lot more. Like, not just anything like a step up. Like, he needs maybe 3-4 steps up in the time that he's trying to do it, just because he only has one movie in the MCU.
But also see, to see what D Stizzle said there. He said whoever directs Secret Wars needs to be proven box office track record, but Marvel likes that cheap knob energy. Now here's the thing on that. We've heard reports a couple weeks ago, that Marvel was looking into better directors, looking into more well-known directors and things like that. The course correcting. It's just falling under that umbrella of the course correcting for things. Now, I said this last year, but I'm saying it again. I do expect at SDCC this year for there to be big announcements. Obviously I expect the Fantastic Four to be revealed, and we're going to get to that. I expect, some things to probably be taken off the docket, some things to be put on the docket. I think that Marvel is going to try to Men in Black the fuck out of Phase 4 with SDCC and Quantumania. I'm sure they're trying to make people so, and all the drama and the stuff we're hearing about, loveness that we talked about, all that. So, I do expect some things at SDCC. Yeah. But that's what we're saying there for. That's what they've got from Jeff Snyder over there. That those are the names on the table right now to be directors for Secret Wars. So you guys let us know down below in the comments. This question is always for you. Are you vibing with any of those names? Q, make a poll there if you can for those names, and then let's see what you guys are thinking. You guys go ahead and vote on who you guys think, who you guys would want out of those to be directors for, or the director rather, for Secret Wars. Let us know down below in the comments. Let's see. Get to what everybody's saying. Scamming MC said WandaVision was still being made when Raimi got put to work, but Waldron doesn't have that excuse. Loki was being made at the same sort of time. It's on him. It's definitely on him. Steven said, I think Russos are waiting to do X-Men. I believe that too. That's also something that they've said in interviews that they want to do, is the X-Men. Ant-Man 991 said, I'd rather see the Russos do Secret Wars after they did a great job with Infinity War and Endgame. Right? Gray said, fans to Nate Moore, source material. Motherfucker, do you know them? And we've got Stamina that also said, I ain't gonna make excuses for anyone. Waldron was already in the fold, and the writer of the show has more influence over the happening of the movie than a director. Raimi did Raimi, we saw that. He did. Raimi did do Raimi. Yeah. It was definitely that. But I still don't like the fact that he didn't watch WandaVision. Like, to me, if it's especially with it being a continuation of WandaVision, you should have known what was going on as well. Johnny Washington said, I don't know the name, but whoever directed Everything Everywhere All at Once, that was... The Russos were on it, but I forget who the main directors were. I forget. Should direct Secret Wars because that's the best multiverse experience, explained movie I ever seen. Yeah, that was the best multiversal film of the year.
Daniel Kwan and Daniel Shiner, directors for the thing.
And then Kenny said, Secret Wars making $1 billion would be considered a bomb, in my opinion. It needs $2 billion minimum. It does need to bring in, I mean, especially with that nostalgia
I mean, if it's 1 and 2, each one needs to make $1 billion.
Yeah. Let's see. Go back up here. Xavier Phoenix said Grogu wasn't supposed to be there. No, he was not. D-Sizzle said that Grogu merch is too strong. It is, but you know, you're pissing off your creatives. When Jon Favreau spends all that, if I'm Jon Favreau and I've spent all that time writing a script and then you come in and you plot device a character, it's like, for money, it's like, I get it, it's business, I understand it, but there's also story, and there's also fans, and there's also the things we're watching. You know, we talked long before Mando Season 3 came out. We even talked about it. I said Grogu was going to be in that little fucking Iron Man suit. And what was he in? That fucking Iron Man suit. I'm waiting for Ahsoka, and we're going to talk about Ahsoka here in a minute, but I'm waiting for Ahsoka. So, let's see. Connoisseur Triple Salute said, I'm convinced comics is a bad word in Marvel now. Oh, yeah. They hate that. They hate that. I think that's about it there. Okay. Let's see. We'll go to the next thing. Next thing we're going to talk about here is Deadpool. And I don't know if everybody saw this report or not, but one of the things that I was most excited... Well, actually, let me rewind that. This is what's going on with Deadpool here, and that is that we've gotten a report that it's going to be way more of or feel way more like a Wolverine film. And this is coming from, the article that we're reading from is coming from MovieWeb. But the details that we're coming from is coming from one of the insiders there on Twitter. And it says here, Ryan Reynolds shocked audiences back in September last year when announcing that Hugh Jackman will return as Wolverine in the upcoming MCU sequel, Deadpool 3. And it seems, or threequel rather, Deadpool 3. And it seems that his return has greatly affected the direction of the follow-up with Deadpool creator Rob Liefeld, now taking to social media to declare that the threequel is way more of a Wolverine movie than audiences might expect. Rob tweeted out also, just FYI, this is way more of a Wolverine movie, offering up that the information as an FYI use of a big old capital letters heavily suggests that Deadpool 3 will put a major spotlight on Hugh Jackman's Wolverine in Deadpool 3, which would certainly make some sense considering that the popularity of the X-Men member and the actor's iteration of him. But could Deadpool fans be left a little disappointed if the sequel focuses more on Logan than Wade Wilson? I would say no. And the reason I would say no to that is just simply because, like he said, it's a nostalgia fact. We're getting Hugh Jackman back as Wolverine. From reports that we've heard, there are going to be multiple Deadpools and multiple Wolverines. So I still feel like, I still think that, you know, as long as Deadpool is right there in the quips and the whatever, the relationship between him and Wolverine, I don't see it as a big issue anyway. I mean, I feel like that's what audiences are wanting, more Hugh Jackman. This is the last time that we're going to see him outside of possibly Secret Wars. We're going to see him, or in King Dynasty. I think he was in that rumor too. See him be Logan. So, but this whole thing, I'm not even. This wasn't the part of the article that bothered me. The part of the article that bothered me the most was this. Them saying that, damn, where is that one? This shit. That Ryan Reynolds is not allowed to improv due to the writer's strike. Fuck the writer's strike. That was the thing that I was looking forward to the most about him finally being able to mention things about the MCU. Is because he can, what the fuck? That's Deadpool. That's Ryan Reynolds. That's what he does. I don't understand why he can't improvise, and what does that mean for Deadpool 3? Does that mean that he can't, mention... I'm sure you can mention shit, but, what's the difference in mentioning it and improvising it?
They better see that shit written in the script, I guess, or I don't know.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I have no fucking idea. But,
well,
I don't doubt any of it is true. I don't doubt Deadpool being more of a Hugh Jackman film. That's not to say that we won't like Deadpool more, because everyone obviously knows how Ryan Reynolds plays Deadpool. We know the jokes and humor we get with that and stuff. But you know the side I'm on. I just watched Wanda in my favorite superheroes movie, so I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe Hugh Jackman. I believe a Wolverine film in Deadpool. Who's talking about it? I believe it.
They said that Deadpool star Ryan Reynolds will be on something of a metaphorical leash while filming Deadpool 3, with the actor reportedly unable to utilize his penchant for improvising due to the ongoing writer strike. According to Collider, Deadpool 3 is now filming amid the WGA strike, and with Ryan Reynolds credited as a writer on Deadpool 3, he cannot make changes to the dialogue, meaning that Deadpool may be a lot less quippy when the threequel rolls around. As per rules of the strike, which is being carried out by the WGA in pursuit of a better working conditions, non-writer directors, producers, and other talent can make casual minor adjustments to the dialogue or narration made prior to or during the period of the principal photography. This does not apply to Reynolds, via The Hollywood Reporter, as he is set to be credited as a writer on Deadpool 3, suggesting that filming the Marvel sequel will be a major change for the improv-loving star. Well, that's ass. That really is, because this is still one of the things that I'm looking forward to, and I think maybe I don't know how long the little strike is gonna last. I don't know. Could it end before? Are they filming this right now? Yeah, they are filming, because they showed the behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, they just started. So I don't know. We'll see.
Stamina brought something good up that they'll most likely, the strike will be over when they'll have reshoots and stuff like that. But my thing is, he's a writer, and there's 98% chance this nigga's ready for his MCU moment and wrote his shit into the script. I'm not saying there's not stuff that him and Hugh Jackman are wanting to improvise, and that's not saying they can't improvise acts and stuff, but actual writing lines into the script and stuff. I'm not too worried about it in this, for a sense, just because he's being credited as a writer, and so he has those ideas that he might have already went ahead and wrote into the script and stuff like that. But another thing is, it's I don't see how they're gonna stop it necessarily, to be honest.
Right.
If he's credited as a writer, they can say the script is finished whenever, but he can go in and change it whenever as well. There's nothing. There's nothing stopping him from improvising, but I guess legally I get why he's not supposed to, though.
Right. Yeah. But
because he's technically on a strike.
Technically.
I get it.
So the question is for you guys. What are you guys thinking about the possibilities of Ryan Reynolds not being able to improvise during Deadpool 3? Do you think that kind of takes away from the personality of Deadpool, or takes away from anything? Or are you not worried about it? Because, again, like I said, I don't know when the writer's strike ends, but if it does end before any of this, he can go back in and change things. So let's know down below in the comments what you guys are thinking. What do we got?
Ant-Man said, why does Ryan's improvising have to do with the writer's strike? It doesn't make sense. simply because he helped write Deadpool, and writers in Hollywood are asking for better working conditions, so it wouldn't make sense for him as a writer to be changing stuff in writing while every other writer in Hollywood is asking for better conditions and stuff. That's the technical base on it.
Yeah.
Kenny Pierce said Deadpool 3 will be a Wolverine film in the same way Deadpool 2 is a cable film. I don't buy it.
How much was Cable's in he's in Deadpool 2 quite a bit. I don't really I prefer Deadpool 2 is good. I love it still. Deadpool 1 though.
Yeah.
It's the better one.
Xavier Phoenix said, I feel like Ryan Reynolds will have the Flash safe before the finalized version releases. Or is released.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Diesel said he's not big on the Secret Wars choices. He picks the option E, which is other.
Yeah, I'm not big on the Secret Wars choices either. Outside of Favreau.
Bendu Windu said Halle Berry is coming back. I saw that picture.
I don't know why everybody thought that off that picture, though. Because she dyed her hair white?
Yeah, because she looking just like Storm at the time of fucking Deadpool start shooting. So they're assuming that she's going to be...
Oh, might be in Deadpool. Maybe.
Enviro said Rob is saying that to make more money. LOL.
Rob.
And then Stamina said Deadpool 3 being a Wolverine movie is a bad call in my opinion. Dang, why does that keep popping up? If this is Jackman's last time out, the more people get of him, the more they'll want. But there won't be any more disappointment. That is crazy. But I get it though.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I get it.
Where are we at on the poll? 53% on
Raimi.
Sam Raimi. 15 votes. It's like, I don't know, the options aren't that good.
No.
It's really Sam Raimi or Creighton, and Creighton hasn't done much, so it's like, voting John Watts is crazy, I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
Yeah, no, Watts is not that guy. The next thing we're going to talk about here is kind of some Ahsoka news and things going on in Ahsoka. And this obviously all checks out. Is that...
I don't know anything Star Wars. Let's hit my path.
We've got that Tamara Morrison is reported to be returning or making his return to the Ahsoka series to be portraying Captain Rex. And that all checks out or matches up with where we currently are in the timeline with Star Wars and everything like that. And I would even say not even just Captain Rex. I would say that he even could be possibly portraying Gregor and even Wolf. We do know that during this time they are both with him and things like that. So maybe, yeah, so it's a possibility that we could see Tamara Morrison coming in portraying not just Captain Rex, but those two as well. And we also know that he spoke out very much so against, some of the things going on in the book of Boba Fett and how he thought that, Boba Fett wouldn't act this way or wouldn't do this or wouldn't do that. So I think that maybe him getting to come back in and portray Rex and maybe do it in a way that he feels was, even though I know he didn't voice Rex or anything like that, he has really no connection to Rex outside of what he's about to do in Ahsoka. But maybe coming in and getting to portray Rex, you can have more fun with it, because we definitely know he did not have fun with the book of Boba Fett. And we also know that, some of the sources were saying that Lucasfilm executives, from what we've been hearing at least, that the executives have been blown away with what they've gotten to see thus far of the Ahsoka series. And people are, from what they're saying that the Ahsoka series, and I know this was said about Obi-Wan, I know this was said about Mandalorian Season 3 and things like that, but they are saying that the Ahsoka series is going to be jaw-dropping. And just from like I said, the trailer that we've seen and some of the things that we have heard us in way of plot leaks and things that we've discussed here on the channel about Ahsoka, you guys know I have been really, really anticipating this. This is one of my most anticipated shows of the year. So they've got to absolutely get the Ahsoka series right. And this is Dave Filoni's baby. This is not just his baby. This is something that's going to feed into his first film with Lucasfilm, and that's going to be the Heir to the Empire film and things like that. So I don't think that there's going to be a stone that's not, overturned or anything like that in this series. I think that every T is going to be crossed and every I dotted, and I think that this is going to be a jaw-dropping series, like they've said, like the reports have said also. And some of the early cuts that they've said that they've seen, that they've said that the action is peak Star Wars. It's great Star Wars action. They've said that obviously the acting from Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka pulls at you. It's dramatic. It's dark. It's just all those things that we've been hearing about it. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm glad Tamir Morrison is coming back to portray Captain Rex. And again, I don't think it's just Captain Rex. I think he's going to be portraying other clone troopers as well. And that is coming from MakingStarWars.net. But this is also coming from the direct here. And this is Mark Hamill's comments on recasting Luke. And he was saying, just go down to the quote there, that he said, Mark Hamill had done a recent interview, and he said, people say, oh, now you're going to be able to do a whole series of Luke post Return of the Jedi. I said, I don't think so. First of all, they don't need to tell those stories, but if they do, they need to get a aged appropriate actor. As far as not needing to tell those stories, I would disagree with him there. They don't need to tell those stories. As far as like the timeline of Star Wars goes, we've already gotten the Luke that Disney gave us, so it's not. But we want Legends Luke. We're wanting some of those stories. We're wanting some, like Heir to the Empire that Dave Filoni is going to give us. I don't believe it's going to be obviously page for page for what Heir to the Empire, Timothy Zahn's Heir to the Empire is. It's going to be more, Dave Filoni. But I do believe that we might get some of that Legends Luke in this. And now, as far as finding a more age-appropriate actor, I definitely agree with him there. What we got from Greg Hamilton is the actor that portrayed him at the end of in the Book of Boba Fett, in those 2 episodes that had nothing to do with Boba Fett, where we saw Luke. That was actor Greg Hamilton who portrayed him, and they brought in the YouTuber Shamook to come in and do all the CGI and everything on his face, the deep fake stuff. And I think that that's more the cheaper route to go than for Disney than doing what they did at the end of Mandalorian Season 2 when we got the Luke that, how he looked. So that might be the more cheaper route for Lucasfilm to go. The more affordable route for them to go is to get Greg Hamilton. But even this has been rumored way before, or not rumored, this has been a fan casting way before. People have always wanted Sebastian Stan, obviously Bucky in the MCU, to come over to Star Wars and portray Luke. And I'll even pull that really quick. Let me see. But people have been wanting him to come over and portray Luke Skywalker because of how much the two of them look alike, especially when, this picture here of them, the two of them, Sebastian Stan looks insanely like Mark Hamill, and it's really wild though. But obviously with the makeup, they put the makeup on him. You put the wig or whatever you need to do, and then you've got Sebastian coming over to possibly portray Luke. But this is what I bring that up because Mark Hamill was asked about it, and he's given it his green light, his stamp of approval, and said that that's something that he thinks that Sebastian would make a great Luke. But Sebastian was asked about it also, and he said never say never. So, we don't know when this film, we don't know what they've got going on for the film, or what they've Lucasfilm, who they've reached out to, or what their plans are. This comes out in 2025, is the same year that King Dynasty is supposed to come out. So Star Wars is going to be dropping a film. They're filmed the exact same time that King Dynasty, or same year rather, that King Dynasty is coming out. So I'm sure that they are going to want this to really, Star Wars rather, is going to want this to really pop for them, because they haven't had a lot of wins here lately. And lately, I mean a long time. So we've got to, that's a very, very possible thing that we could see Sebastian Stan, or we could even see them bring back Greg Hamilton, and obviously there's the Greg Hamilton comparison there. Could see them bring back Greg Hamilton to portray Luke. So those are some of the things that we know that are going on with Ahsoka, and we know again that Mark Hamill has brought up now the recasting of him. Again, those are the choices for me. But question is always for you guys. Let us know down below in the comments what you guys are thinking. Who are you thinking could possibly portray Luke? And what are you thinking about some of the newest things we're hearing about the Ahsoka series as far as Tamara Morrison coming in as portraying Captain Rex? Was that something that you kind of expected? I feel like that's something we've talked about when talking about the Ahsoka series and some of the things we kind of expected would be going on in there. So, again, let us know down below in the comments what you guys are thinking. Anybody say anything there?
Grace said Gabriel Basso for Luke. Stamina said no Sebastian Stan, please. The Geek Ledger said, while I have no problem with the sequel trilogy Luke, it would be nice to have more stories with a younger Luke. Also, calling it now, the Lady Darkseid user is going to be revealed to be Mara Jade. Mara
Jade. I don't think I don't know if Kathleen Kennedy's going to approve that shit. Because then you're getting too deep into Legends. And they hate that.
Omega Zero said, I agree with deepfake Luke as long as I can see it's Mark Hamill with Hayden Christensen as Anakin on the set together before new recast of Luke.
Yeah, I want to see that too. I agree.
D. Steezel said Boba should have been in Mando Season 3.
Yeah.
Omega said at least Tamura as Rex have better role than his Boba Fett series get turned into Mandalorian Season 2.5.
Yeah.
D. Steele said this is a make or break show for Dave Filoni.
It is. And for Lucasfilm, I'd say. They have to get this right.
D. Steele's also said not feeling that. He'll end up feeling like another Star Wars cosplayer in Solo. He said not. I got it. Oh,
possibly. Yeah. No. To what you were saying there about the series. No, they have to get this right. They have failed, and failed, and failed, and failed. Bad Batch Season 1. Bomb. Outside of the Clone Wars, Visions, I mean, I haven't even watched this second little part of Visions. I have no desire to. The sequel trilogy, if you like it, yay. They've not had wins. I'm trying. I'm thinking. I can't think of one. I know everyone loved Andor, but the hard facts about Andor is no one was watching Andor. That's not a me thing. Those are the numbers that don't lie. No one was watching Andor. No one gave a fuck about Andor. The job of a show is to draw you in the first episode. The first episode, we didn't even post the reaction. I was yawning so much when I was editing that. Not when I was editing it. I was yawning in the video. Like there was no draw for me personally. There was no draw that told me, golly, you sure gotta watch Andor episode 2 and 3. Like, no, like there was nothing like that. Like Tales of the Jedi, fucking great. There's your W. There's your W. Fucking great. Tales of the Jedi was great. Some of this other shit, Mando Season 3, there were good moments. There were good moments. Then there was a lot of what the fuck moments. So yeah, no, Ahsoka has to be right.
Show Spot said, as long as the actor is good, I'm fine with a new actor portraying young Luke. And then Soto said, Andor, what's Andor?
Yeah, there you go. What is Andor?
Kenny said, I wish we could just move on from all of the Skywalkers. It's a huge universe out there, but they make it seem so small.
Yep, I don't know what the obsession is with. Well, you know, I don't even say it's an obsession anymore. I feel like it's plot holes and things that they've created that now they have to fix by doing more Skywalker shit. Because the way they closed it didn't make sense. The way they added this didn't make sense when they did that. All of it. So now they've got to go in and fix all their shit. Like I've been, I tried to tell everybody way before, like the Mandalorian, all that stuff. We knew that season 1 Mandalorian. If season 1 Mandalorian didn't tell you that it was going to be tied into the sequel trilogy, we knew that.
D. Steezel said, Andor is an acquired taste. Fanboys need to quit with the greatest Star Wars ever nonsense.
Yeah.
And then Stamina said, Andor was hard. I can't speak to the Star Wars of it all, but it was a fucking good show.
That's what people say. That's what some people say. I agree with D. Stizzle when he said, because there are people that are calling it the greatest Star... No. John Campia said it's the greatest Star Wars show ever. It's adult. What does that mean? When people say it's adult, like, what is that, like... I don't want my Star Wars to be fucking Law and Order. I don't want it to be adult. I want it to be fucking fantasy, sci-fi. I want it to be, have mature moments. I don't want it to be like Disney has done it, like the opening of what is that, episode 8? When Poe is talking to whatever the Hux, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, it's back in action. Like, I don't want that. I don't want that type of shit. I want mature type content. That's what I want. I want that Rogue One type style Star Wars. There you go. That's what I want. There was great comedy in Rogue One, but it was very mature, and to me is one of the best things, if not the best thing, the Mouse has done since owning the franchise. So, like, it's not, to me, it was not one of the greatest shows. And that's just from one episode. I can't speak to it in its entirety because I didn't watch it. Like, it's just, there was nothing that told me, God, you need to watch this.
Omega said, damn, I don't know Roman numerals. What is episode XI should have end the Skywalker saga, but that Rey Skywalker ruined again.
Yeah.
How are you ending something when there's a girl in the end calling herself the name that you want to end?
Yeah. That, that's a whole thing too. Rey Skywalker.
Grace said Andor is the best BBC America / Star Wars miniseries I've seen, up there with Orphan Black and Luther.
I said there are some people that really, I can't, don't care. And especially when you have, who wrote it? I forgot who's directing it. Forget his name, God. But he came out and was basically saying, oh, don't expect to see anything Star Wars in here. What? What? Like, and I know what he meant by that. Like, don't expect to see Darth Vader. Don't expect to see, Yoda or anything. I get that. But we're also talking about someone who's not the biggest, like, not a Star Wars fan like that. Like, yeah, so, hey, y'all enjoy Andor. Especially, with season 2. Y'all enjoy that too.
Mega said, I want dark Star Wars with serious tone. Maybe Zack Snyder, Rebel Moon will deliver what I want.
We'll see what Rebel Moon's going to look like.
And then Avira's Earth said, Doctor Who is the best BBC show. Stamina, they're talking to Gray. The rest is just conversation, really. D. Steele said, I liked Andor, 7 out of 10. It definitely needs a lot more Star Wars flavor for season 2.
Well, like I said, I forget the director's name, but he said don't expect a lot of Star Wars.
Justin said, the only universe and franchise I really care about right now is really excited for is the new Transformer movie. Universe which is now confirmed to be a complete reboot.
Who said it was a complete reboot? I want to know who said that one.
Justin?
No, I know that, but
who? That's what I'm asking him. Where was that confirmed at?
Because from all reports I've seen, it's a sequel, prequel, reboot. It is a sequel to the Bumblebee stuff. It is a prequel to the no, I'm sorry.
Oh, damn my toe.
I think it's a prequel to the first one with Shia. And it's rebooting the franchise. But I'm glad he mentioned that because that was the next thing, the last thing. Well, second to last thing. what's just some of the reactions coming from Transformers Rise of the Beast. That also comes out next month. So next month is The Flash, Rise of the Beast, and Across the Spider-Verse. So some of the reports were coming in from people taking to Twitter that have gotten to see the film already, and someone said that Transformers Rise of the Beast took everything that worked from Bumblebee and amplified it. Anthony Ramos and Dominic Fishback delivered great performances, and Pete Davidson's Mirage stole every scene he had. As a fan of the cartoon and franchise, I really enjoyed this film. Someone else said, totally dug Transformers Rise of the Beast. It's got some issues in the middle, but it's starts strong. But franchise's 90s hip-hop makes great use of the humans, and the third act is a blast. Plus, I damn near jumped out of my seat at the end, right up there with the first Bay and Bumblebee. And that's positive for me personally, because like I said, well, I love all of Shia's films. I love anything with the Mark Wahlberg. I hate all his. I didn't like any of those. Someone else said, happy to say Transformers Rise of the Beast is one of the best installments in the franchise. It's a lot of fun. CGI looks great, and it has a well-staged action that's easy to follow. The screening I saw eventually had people clapping in the theater, and the kids laughed a lot. Someone else said, Rise of the Beast review, action game changer. Optimus returns in an ambitious battle royale full of an amazing set pieces that grab your gears and deliver full loads of entertainment. This isn't just another movie, it's the best Transformers film to date, at a fitting setting for what's up next. So it's just more people honestly praising it, giving it its praise and things like that. So, I've been looking forward to Rise of the Beast since me and Kellen reacted to the first trailer when they dropped that. Bumblebee, outside of Shia's films, is the only other good one with Haley Steinfeld. Mark Wahlberg's, like I said, I don't really care for his. But they're all basically saying that it's a good movie. And one thing I liked seeing is that they said Pete Davidson was great as Mirage. I remember when we reacted to the trailer. Not reacted to the trailer, when we found out some of the voices who were going to be some of the actors voicing some of the Transformers, Pete Davidson's name came up, and I was like, ugh, how's that gonna transfer? But seeing that hearing that he's great as Mirage, it sounds like it's going to be a good film. So it's something I'm definitely looking forward to. I'll read this one from Brandon Davis over at CB. He said, Rise of the Beast plays like the ultimate Saturday morning cartoons, and that's dope. That's really dope. Some dope Transformer actions. Anthony Ramos and Pete Davidson are great, even if some of the dialogue is a little clunky. It's a lean, fun movie and promises start to something exciting. Yeah. Unicron. That's where it's going. It's going to Unicron. But it's gonna be really dope. I think for the June films, Call Me Crazy, that's the one I'm looking forward to the most. Because like I said, I don't have a superhero fatigue. I just haven't seen a good Transformers film since Bumblebee for me. So I really want to see this one. But question is for you guys. Listen down below in the comments what you guys are thinking about some of the first reactions coming out from individuals that got to see the screening of Rise of the Beast. Is it something that you're looking forward to going to see? Are you a Transformers fan? Do you like all the Bay films that came before it? What do you think about Bumblebee? And what do you think about I guess maybe it is a full reboot or it being a sequel, prequel, reboot? Let us know all those things down below in the comments.
No, I'm not really I don't know. I'm not excited for it, I don't think, because I wasn't the biggest Transformer fan growing up. I think I enjoyed one of the movies maybe when I was a kid, and I don't even remember which one it was. But I like the cartoons, and so that's what I might be excited for. This might be something that makes me actually go back and watch the movie now that I actually, enjoy watching movies and shit like that. Right. I might actually have to go back and rewatch some of them because it's the cartoons were always cool, and sometimes I forget this shit is even coming out. And so it's
I'm really looking forward to this one.
Maybe going to see it with you and actually fucking talking about it and shit will have me somewhat excited to see it. But as of right now, I'm still just content on it.
Yeah, I think it's more so for especially if you grew up on the cartoons, that's Optimus in his G1 form. It's just really and we're getting to see the primals and all that shit. It's really dope. It's really, really dope. And like I said, it's going to Unicron, and we know that. I think they even, from what I've heard, it's even mentioned in the film. So, yeah, it's going to be really cool to see.
Ant-Man said, I've seen all the Transformers movies, but Rise of the Beast is one of my most anticipated Transformers films.
Yeah.
Enviro Earth said, remember when Megan Fox compared the Transformers director to Hitler, said he was sexist? No.
No.
I don't remember that one. D. Cecil said, Michael Bay basically dropped Megan Fox from Transformers 3 because of her plastic surgery. She looked totally different. Justin said, but Optimus Prime is in my top 10 favorite fictional characters of all time. And I mean, besides Bumblebee, the trailers basically make it a reboot because, I mean, Unicorn is in it and he's supposed to be the Earth if it's a prequel to the Bay films.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch the video where we reacted to the trailer because I explained it then and I don't remember what it was because they talked about it. They said it, when they were talking about how it all connects to the Bay films and the Bumblebee film and everything else like that.
Justin also said Pete Davidson is everywhere. He was in the new Fast X movie. Kenny said, speaking of Kellen, where he be working, married man, working now. Xavier Phoenix said, if it's more like Bumblebee than the Bay sequels, I'm in.
Yeah, well, like from what one of the viewers said, it's up there with Bay and Bumblebee.
Stamina said, Bumblebee, huh? That was the most enjoyable of all the X-Formers films I saw. If it's on that tip, I could be convinced to leave the house.
That's what they're saying.
Dexter Hobbs said, I'm going to check out Transformers. I liked Bumblebee. Nico Bean said, if y'all watch the trailer, then Unicorn isn't Earth. Michael Bay's Transformers franchise has Unicorn as the Earth.
Like I said, they explained how it all connects.
Omega said, honestly, Darius, I've never watched the new reboot. Is Bumblebee movie good? I was more into Michael Bay's version. I enjoyed The Last Night, actually, but problem is the multi-IMAX shots ruined it. Until now, we never know what happened to Sam Witwer.
You know what? I agree with you on that Last Night one. I'll give that one. That Last Night one's not that bad. So that's not that bad. I enjoyed the first... Is that the one where Optimus, turns on them, too? And, he's, with... I forget her name. Quintessa? Is that one? Is that Last Night? If so, that third act sucks. That's awful. She was an awful villain. Yeah, I didn't like. Yeah, there were moments of Last Night I didn't mind. Also, yeah, the Bumblebee film is good with Haley Steinfeld. It is good. It's really good.
Nathan Moore said, I don't think it visually looks good. It looks extra fake.
No, I liked what I saw from the trailers.
And then Raymond said, hey, what did I miss? The Guardians went with the non-comic fucking High Evolutionary. Sam Raimi's probably getting Secret Wars and Doctor Strange 3. Shit, what else Raymond miss? I don't know. You'll find it.
There is that rewatch.
I was going to say, I don't know. You'll find it. Nico said, the reason why we don't know what happened to Sam from the Bayverse is because Shia said his character Sam doesn't have anywhere to go story-wise after Dark of the Moon.
Yeah. Dark of the Moon. I'm trying to remember how that one ended. Don't remember. I haven't seen those in a minute.
Justin said, I accept the Bay films for what they are. The first one is still the best in my opinion.
It is.
I just see them as another alien robot race that resembles the Transformers, but not the actual G1 versions.
Well, that is Prime in his G1 form in Rise.
Gray said, the director of Bumblebee and Rise of the Beasts and Creed 2, Stephen Caple, is my choice for Secret Wars.
I don't know him. Does he know anything about Marvel?
Gray. Creed 2 was good. I enjoyed Creed 2. Might have been better. I don't know if it was better than the first one. Environment Earth said, Margaret Robbie as in the MCU, I'm all for it. Be good to see her play a good girl for a change. And I guess that is what we're about to get into.
Yeah. So our last topic here is just going to be the Fantastic Four seemingly being revealed here. So we've talked about the Fantastic Four for a long time. I feel like it is a topic every other stream, or if not every stream. It's been this way for a while because this is something that's been anticipated. This is something that we've known about since 2019. When Kevin Feige got out there at D23 and laid out what's to come. The Fantastic Four is something that is highly anticipated. It is Marvel's first family. We have not had an accurate portrayal of the team from Alba to Teller's performance of Reed. It's all not been that great. So fans are really wanting a good film to come out of, or a good cast rather, a good film, good cast, and everything to come out of this Fantastic Four reboot or whatever that Marvel is doing. Kevin Feige also said that it's going to be different, or what the wording he used, it's going to be it's not going to be the tradition. It's not going to be traditional to what we know as the Fantastic Four's origin story. What that means, I don't know. We've heard, we've seen different plot leaks and things that have changed. The latest one that they had was that they were going to be, it was a minute ago, sorry. Reed was going to be tampering with the time traveling equipment used in Endgame, and it was going to, while messing with it, it's going to send them back in time. The film starts in present day, but the entirety of it takes place in the 60s. I'm trying to remember, piece that shit together. That was a minute ago. But that's really the gist of it. This is going to be in the 60s. We've also heard that Kang is not in it. Galactus is supposed to be the villain, and there's supposed to be several heralds within it. As far as one of the heralds that we know is going to be Terrax, and another is rumored to possibly be Silver Surfer. So now, out of all the rumors for all the names to be Reed Richards, who's the Invisible Woman, Human Torch, Ben Grimm, we finally looks like we've got our team, and that is coming from My Time to Shine Hello. All these names have been tossed in the ring prior to her tweeting this. We've known about Adam Driver for a while. Margot Robbie we've known about for a couple weeks now. Same with Paul Mescal down here to the left, and Daveed Diggs from Hamilton. We've known the same thing about him for a couple weeks now as well. So the Margot Robbie, Paul Mescal, and Daveed Diggs, that's only been weeks old rumors. But as far as Adam Driver, that's been a rumor for quite some time. But if My Time to Shine Hello is on top of things like she typically is, then that is your first family. Adam Driver as Reed Richards, Margot Robbie as Sue Storm, Paul Mescal as Johnny, and Daveed Diggs, who is also Jewish, playing the Marvel's first Jewish character, Ben Grimm. I don't mind this. I really don't. I don't mind this at all. I think Margot Robbie's gonna make a good Sue.
I just mind Paul. I do. They should have went with the nigga from Outer Banks.
I think they should have went with him too.
I don't know his name, but
Rudy.
Yeah, they should have went with that nigga. That's my only complaint, though, if I'm being honest. I hope they go long hair Reed. I hope they don't have Adam Driver cut his fucking hair or some shit. I'd rather it just be long hair Reed. Shit, if this coming from me, I'm glad I'm getting to see Margot Robbie in the suit. And I don't have any other complaints other than that. We're not going to see it for what?
It's still a while.
4, 3, 2,
the movie doesn't come out till
years.
2025.
Yeah.
So
2 years. Might get fucking pushed back.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I don't know.
And, this is obviously, this is a rumor for now. This is seemingly what is our team. And like I said, I'm not opposed to this. I was never on the fence for Adam Driver, but I was never not on the fence for Adam Driver. My whole thing with Adam Driver was always that I don't really see him as Reed. I still don't, but he's a fantastic fucking actor.
No, he can act.
He's a really good actor. I mean, can he pull off being the smartest man in the room? Maybe. We'll see. As far as Margot Robbie goes, Margot Robbie has proved time and time and time again that she is a brilliant actress. She has proved time and time again that she is an actress that has so much range too, from comedy to drama to everything. So I think her coming in as Sue, I think her and Johnny, Paul Mescal, I think too, they could probably pull off that brother sister dynamic. That's the big question. This is a family. This is not just a team. This is a family. You know, Daveed Diggs and Adam Driver, their relationship as Reed and Ben has to be A1 because of the friendship there. Obviously, you know, Daveed Diggs being that older brother type mentor to Johnny. Paul has to come in and be that quippy, think I'm all that. Now I've got superpowers guy.
Been the nigga from Outer Banks, bro.
And you know, obviously, Margot coming in as Sue, and so I think we've even heard the rumors that at this time, well, from other rumors that we've heard about the film, obviously they're already the Fantastic Four. They're not going to come into being the Fantastic Four. They are already the Fantastic Four by the time the film happens. And we've also heard rumors that they already have the kids. Franklin and Valeria are already born. So it'd be really dope. It'd be really dope if that is something that they're doing and going with as well. Like I said, I know everybody has their complaints with Adam Driver as Reed. I still don't see him as Reed, but it's not as if, like you said, the long hair Reed. Reed has had long hair in comics and things before. Is that the look that they're going to go for with him? I'm not sure. And obviously, Daveed Diggs is going to get the Josh Brolin Thanos treatment, where it's going to be a lot of, you know, like the Hulk and everything else. It's going to be his face probably within the mocap and CGI and everything. And yeah, so I mean, they're already the Fantastic Four. So when the film starts, the chemistry has to already be formed. It can't be one of these things like, you know, in and the ones with Jessica Alba, when they got their powers and they're trying to learn everything. No, they know each other. They've been this family. They've done this. They've got the kids. If they've got Franklin, if they've got the kids, then they've been a team for a while. So the chemistry is going to have to be there. And I wonder how Adam Driver and Margot Robbie are going to, what their chemistry is going to look like as husband and wife. Again, brilliant actors. So I'm not saying that they can't do that. That's been my whole thing with Adam Driver from the beginning. So I'm not mad at this. I know some people are, but I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at this at all. I don't know many times that Marvel has failed us when it's come to casting. Please name one. Even though Christian Bale wanted to show his face, still did a good job. Still did a good job. Movie sucks, but he still did a good job. So it's, you know, I don't know. But that again, that is coming from My Time to Shine. Hello.
Yeah, I don't have many complaints. Just my one.
You know, I know some people said that Paul Mescal, there's a possibility that Paul Mescal may not be able to do it because of scheduling and things like that. But a lot of the movies he's in are coming out in 2023. Like, I know he's in the.
Don't nobody know they fucking schedule.
Yeah, he's well, as far as the films he's already in. Like he's starring in The Gladiator. He's starring in another film coming up this year. He's starring in another film coming up this year. Like, I think there's 3 films he's starring in this year. But what people are forgetting is Fantastic Four. Just because we've been talking about it so much, it seems like it's around the corner. That shit does not come out till 2025. The brother's got time to do whatever the fuck he needs to do in 2023. They'll probably start filming 2024. Film will come out in 2025. So he's fine. As far as like, you know, him turning it down, or the rumor of him turning it down, I don't know if that's true either. If I'm 27-year-old Paul Mescal and I'm trying to really break into, you know, acting, he just got the big job in Gladiator. That's probably the biggest thing he's done, or going to do outside of Fantastic Four, if he truly is Johnny. I wouldn't, if I'm 27, I'm not turning down a fucking role if I'm in that, I'm not turning down a role Marvel gives me. The fuck? It's like, no, because that can start a lot of shit for you as an actor. And they all know that. You know, there are so many actors that are constantly saying, look at Olivia Colman, who's playing in Secret Invasion. she's been saying she's wanted Marvel to call her forever to come to the MCU. All these actors and actresses mostly say that. Even though Emily Blunt says the shit that she has said about not wanting to come in and portray a superhero or things like that, I guarantee you, if Marvel sat down and explained Sue to Emily Blunt, like explain the Fantastic Four to them. It's not just a superhero. It's not. This is a family. There's more than just their superhero powers. There's more elements to the four of them than just she can turn invisible and he can stretch his arm. You know, it is a deeper story. It's a deeper connection. So you know, you explain that to her. I'm sure she would even say, "Okay, I want to join the MCU." So they all want to join. I don't see him, if he did turn it down, wow, but I don't think he really did. And again, Daveed Diggs is Jewish and Ben Grimm is Marvel's first Jewish character, so I'm sure they're really going to tap into that representation aspect there for that. But like I said, for me, I can see that casting working. But question is always for you guys. Let us know down below in the comments what you guys are thinking. What are you guys thinking? I know what most of you guys think about Adam Driver. What are you guys thinking about Margot Robbie? Because when the rumors came out about that a couple weeks ago, we did not discuss it. I think we might have briefly mentioned it for like maybe a second, but we didn't really talk about it. Same with Paul Mescal. We did talk Daveed Diggs a little, but what are you guys thinking about the cast coming from My Time to Shine Hello that is seemingly our Marvel's first family? Do you think that this is going to be the cast wheeled out at SDCC? Or are we still in the dark on what's going on with the Fantastic Four? Let me know all those comments and everything down below.
I don't know. I've seen a couple comments not knowing that Daveed Diggs is Jewish. He's Jewish.
Yeah, he is Jewish.
They're not switching his race or anything. He's Jewish.
Yeah.
Enviro Earth said Margot Robbie will sell tickets for sure. I would have liked Mila Kunis.
As Sue? No. I definitely don't see Mila Kunis as Sue. When Mila Kunis was sitting down with Max Shatman, I was hoping that she wasn't anything but a friend of his having lunch, because I don't see her as any Fantastic Four member at all.
Hungry said, isn't Ben supposed to be Jewish? Daveed Diggs is Jewish. The actor playing Ben is Jewish.
He is, yes.
Is anyone else confused in the comments?
Daveed Diggs is Jewish. You knew Marvel was not going to.
You said it again.
Marvel was not. They weren't. We knew as far as Ben being Marvel's first Jewish character, that was something I'm sure they had in mind. As far as like, okay, we have to have that representation factor in there, and we have to have an actor that represents that. So. Yeah, Daveed Diggs is Jewish.
This has not been confirmed. I'm assuming this gets confirmed at SDCC, though.
Yeah, no, this is not confirmed. This is all rumored.
I assume this would be one of the big things they try and confirm at SDCC.
But again, I'm talking track record with My Time to Shine Hello. How many times has she put out any... And I say she. Again, I said this last time we were here. We don't know who the fuck this person is. Their track record's not... I can't think of a time they've been wrong.
Raymond said they failed with Yahya, Christian, Edward, and the Ancient One. I wouldn't say they failed with Yahya Abdul casting him as Wonder Man. They just could have casted him as something better. I was not saying he won't play Wonder Man well. I don't think the Ancient One was a fail. Or Christian Bale.
The Ancient One and Yahya is the same thing. You should have gone with the accuracy of what the character is. Yes. That's what you should have gone with. As far as the actors themselves, still a hit.
Yeah. Who is Edward?
Who's Edward?
Yeah, he said Yahya, Christian, Edward, and the Ancient One.
Edward. Is he talking about Edward Norton?
Maybe. Probably.
I'm not sure.
Kenny said it wouldn't be so bad if they didn't already cast Krasinski as Reed. Every Kang looks like Majors, but every Reed looks different. Every Peter Parker looks different. Every Doctor Strange looks the same.
That we've seen thus far. That's what I'll say to that. I mean, that's all I can say to that, because other than that, it's just...
shit, if the Spider-Verse is connected, then there go all your different Spider-Men right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ant-Man said, I'm okay with the cast as long as we get a good story and a good villain, and hope we get to see a glimpse of Doctor Doom. My fault.
Yeah. No casting details on Victor. There's actually really been no talks of Victor right now. Outside of that, Doctor Doom is not the villain in the film. They don't want to go with Doctor Doom, and I don't think they should. Doctor Doom is not a villain that's time. If you were going to introduce Doctor Doom, you should have done what you were originally going to do and introduce him in for never. But since you didn't do that, now you got to hold him. You don't introduce him in the fucking first Fantastic Four film because they've been a team. So since they've been a team, that means they've already fought Doom at some point and had many fights with Doom at some point. We don't need to come into this film and see them fighting Doom. And again, the rumor is that it's Antonio Banderas that's supposed to be voicing Galactus.
Bender Windows said needs a Doom casting. Stamina said, I don't even know if Paul can even nail accent at this point.
Paul Mescal? This kid? What's Johnny's accent?
I'm just reading comments.
I'm not sure what Johnny's accent is.
Xavier said, I do not see Adam Driver as Reed, but I hope they can surprise me with the choice.
Yeah.
Cyber Anime Glitches said, I'm looking forward to seeing Across the Spider-Verse. I'll be surprised if we see 3 of the live-action Spider-Mans, or they save it for Beyond the Spider-Verse and Marvel Spider-Man 2.
No, I'm pretty sure, if the rumors are correct, Tom Holland, for sure, we know he's in it.
Raymond said it's going to get pushed back because of the writer's strike. I hope that it's not true.
I think it's going to get pushed back. I think some new dates are going to be revealed at SDCC also.
Omega said, I think Avengers 5 and 6 better delayed again, maybe near 2030. Too many MCU movies releases, especially solo movies like Fantastic Four. Spider-Man needs 2 movies before swinging to Avengers.
How much time are we willing to invest of our lives into the 2030? Damn. I mean, 2025 is still damn, but it's like, it's already going to get pushed back to like 2026, 2027.
Y'all niggas think tomorrow's promised? Y'all think tomorrow? Y'all think 2030 is fucking promised? That is crazy. Diesel said Oscar Isaac isn't Jewish. Mark Spector. David being Jewish is irrelevant to me. He'd still be the only black character in Rockface.
Yeah.
Hungry Almighty said Adam Driver better cut and dye his hair brown. Unless they go long hair. Raymond said they should have gotten Rudy Petro from Outer Banks and the guy from All American who plays JJ.
The guy from All American who plays JJ to play who? To play Johnny? I definitely agree with the Rudy from Outer Banks.
Official EMG said, I saw a slightly altered the Marvel's trailer today at the movies. It featured a quick new scene of Monica fighting in the con house. I think a new Kamala scene too. The action looks good.
Well, hopefully with it being delayed to the end of the year, they've gone through and changed some of the things from that plot leak. Because if that plot leak is to be believed, no.
Ty Valentine wants to know who we see as Silver Surfer. I honestly don't know.
I don't know. I really don't.
I feel like it'd be more hearing.
Yeah, I have no idea who I could see as Silver Surfer. You know, I don't even know who they get to be Terrax.
D. Steele said Sue and Johnny should look related. Chris and Jessica didn't. And then Hungry Almighty said, realistically, if they don't show Ben's human form, then I don't mind who plays Ben as long as they get the voice right.
That's a good point there, Hungry. If the team is already formed, then we won't see Ben in his human form. Because this is not an origin story. Interesting. That's true.
Omega said, I'll get my tickets for Flash Across the Spider-Verse maybe, but I will wait for your review on Transformers. If the review is good, I give my money for the movie.
Yeah, we'll definitely be here to let you guys know about that one too. And like I said, Thursday we're going to be at the movie to see Across the Spider-Verse. Sunday we'll give our review for Across the Spider-Verse. We'll stream that Sunday.
Nico said, Annihilus is the main villain who needs to be in Fantastic Four movie.
Annihilus, yeah, that'd be dope. That would be dope. Annihilus was going to be the villain in which one?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what James said. Yeah, he was going to be the villain there.
William Moloch said the Thing will have a magic amulet to transform into a human so they can save money on CGI.
I hope not. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I hope not. It's so Disney MCU though.
Enviro Earth said Zac Efron and Margaret could be related, both ridiculously good looking. I don't know. I don't know.
Who?
I don't think Marvel has contacted Zac Efron, but he's always fan casted as the Human Torch.
Well, I don't think he could be the Human Torch now anyway. You know, he fell and broke his jaw. Back in like 2022, I think he fell and broke his jaw. I don't know if you've seen him lately. It's no fault of his, obviously. When I say this, should I say it? I don't think I should say it. Google the picture for yourself. No, he can't be Johnny. He could be like a. No, don't even say that. Yeah, no. Marvel would just have to talk to them about their options. I don't know. I can't think of a nice way to say
he can voice him in What If. Maybe if even that. If even that.
Yeah.
Justin said, "What if they just get back Doug Jones and Lawrence Fishburne back to do the body and voice of Silver Surfer? Because in my opinion, they did this Surfer perfect in terms of design."
Oh, they did. That was probably the most accurate thing about that film.
Yeah.
Was a Silver Surfer, because Galactus being the fucking cloud. That ain't it.
That shit threw me.
That ain't it.
Raymond said, "I want Annihilus to be a Guardians thing, but that's a bust now. Thanks, people who brought up those tweets." D. Steezel said, "Seeing Terex on the big screen would be dope."
Yeah, that would be dope. That's why I don't even know who they would get to portray him either, but it would be dope to see him. I mean, he is rumored to be the main herald, I guess, going after the Fantastic Four.
D. Steele said, "I think Zach might be the male equivalent of Emily Blunt. Fans want them in everything for some reason." I'm not gonna lie, I don't care about Zac Efron personally. Like, I haven't heard anything about him since
Neighbors. I love that. I love both of those films. I think he's good in Neighbors.
Zac
Efron is good for films like those.
Neighbors, I think.
He's good in movies like that. Well, no, I mean he does do serious roles too. He's done serious roles.
I'm not trying to hate on that nigga. I just genuinely don't ever hear that nigga no more.
I mean, like I said, in 2022, he broke. Look it up. He broke his jaw. And people have been making fun of him the same way people were making fun of him. That's why I reserved what I said, because I didn't want it to come off as making fun. I was just honestly making a comparison of what I think he looks like. I'm not making fun of him. I'm just saying what I think he looks like.
Maybe I'm an asshole, but what if you was making fun of him? Like, I'm not.
Well, because people.
You're gonna get canceled.
Yeah, people get. I mean, should I? Again, I'm not making fun of him. It's given Crimson Chin. Okay, I'm not making fun. But it's like when he broke his jaw.
Nigga Chin.
When he broke his jaw, it's just Yeah.
Oh my
I like Zac Efron. I do. I feel bad.
Yo, niggas are comedy.
You know how Snapchat gives you those little fucking subscription stories? That's how I learned he broke his jaw. Because Snapchat told me what happened to Zac Efron. I was like, well, let's listen.
I wonder how he's been. Can someone check on him? Nico said, "If you think about it, if Emily Blunt would have put her pride aside and just came to Marvel with her husband John Krasinski and played Mr. and Miss Fantastic, then we would have been fine."
Wait, if who would have played Mr. Fantastic?
John Krasinski.
Oh, John Krasinski.
I don't know if that was... I don't know what happened with that. I remember us talking about them trying to get the whole family or whatever, but I don't think it's ideal.
I don't think John Krasinski's not playing Reed. He's just not our main Reed. I think John Krasinski will come back as Reed. I even think that even some of the names that were rumored as Reed, I'm still holding to that Counselor Reed's idea.
Badly.
Yeah, I think Penn.
I mean, I hold the idea of Reed coming back and shit just for like fucking Mordo's probably going or so whatever they're gonna probably want to start a war or some shit just because fucking Wanda came through and turned these niggas into spaghetti and meatballs. Grace said, "Tell me he doesn't look like Kenny Rogers now with the facial surgery."
Yeah, I mean, I'll pull a picture for people that haven't seen him. I mean,
Omega said DC getting Zac Efron for Barry Allen recap. No, I'm not a Zac Efron hater, but I don't want that nigga to be my Barry.
Okay.
My nose been itching, y'all. Enviro said Tom Holland could go over to the DCU and play Barry Allen. Andrew Garfield would have been perfect when he was younger.
So there's Zach now. And he did break his jaw.
It's too sad.
It's sad. It sucks, you know. Damn, you know, I forgot what the thing said he was doing when he broke his jaw. But, yeah. Yeah. He can't be Johnny. I mean, they can weigh their options with something else, you know. It's a big universe, lots of characters. Johnny's not one of them. Maybe an Eternal. You know. There's an Eternal. I mean, why are you? I'm trying to throw this man options.
Why though? Like out of pity because he broke his jaw. He can't be the nigga who you want to be or some shit. Man.
Which pick, Ty? Which one?
I genuinely ain't seen him in so long. I really don't see that big of a difference. I just don't care about Zac Efron.
I like Zac Efron. I think he's a good actor. Or well, yeah, I think he's a good actor.
Ty said with his face swollen. I've never even heard of this shit, so this is gonna be my first time seeing.
Which one was his? I thought this one was the one with his face swollen. Is it this one? Looks maybe. I don't know. I just know it's. I know he addressed it because people were making fun of him online the same way like when people were making fun of Chad for losing weight because of being sick. People were, you know, saying that he had Botox and plastic surgery and this. Oh, that one. That one. Yeah. That's the one.
When he was in his prime, he was arguably the best looking guy in Hollywood. I don't think no nigga looked good. That's not gonna fly with that's not gonna fly with me.
He definitely had his heartthrob.
That's gay. That nigga Riley say that's gay.
He definitely had his heartthrob era. You know, him. Like, I mean, look at that though.
No,
it's all of them. Justin Bieber had it.
I only know the nigga from High School Musical.
I know him from High School Musical, 17 Again, because I love 17 Again.
Neighbors is funny.
Neighbors, yeah, Neighbors.
And I think he's in the greatest.
He's in a drama too.
The greatest.
The Charlie St. Cloud.
Is he the Greatest Showman?
He's in the Greatest Showman.
Okay. Yeah, that. Okay.
No, I mean Zach's been in stuff. I know he's got that little documentary special on Disney where he's like hiking and shit. You know, so. Yeah.
D. Steezer said Zach always had a blockhead. Nah, yeah, I'm not finna sit here and been like, that nigga always looked good. What?
He was one of the heartthrobs, though, of that time. Like, you know, he went away just like Lautner went away.
Said, every little teenage white boy get that shit.
Yeah, they all have their heartthrob. What's his name? Pattinson. Poor Lautner. I learned about him, too, from Snapchat. Learned about a lot of these people from that. Like yeah, his whole acting career just went. And now he's overweight, and people are making fun of him online. I'm like, yeah.
Brian Vira throwing some crazy comments out there asking if I'm homophobic. I'm just not gay. Like, I'm not going to say the nigga look good. That ain't got nothing to do with being a homophobe. Justin said Zach's definitely still a good actor, though. Some of his serious roles have been really good.
Doesn't he play in Charlie St. Cloud? I think that's him. I have him right here. I can just go to his movies.
Never heard of Charlie. See, that's what I'm saying. I just never seen this nigga in anything outside of High School Musical and Neighbors.
Oh, he is in that Baywatch film with The Rock, too. Greatest Showman. The Lucky One. That looks like a drama.
Raymond said I hated The Greatest Show.
Who's he playing the Lorax?
Hate everything.
Oh, he is in Hairspray. Is it not Charlie St. Cloud? What the fuck? Yeah, there it is. Charlie St. Cloud. It's one of the dramas I remember him in. From like 2010. Damn. Long time ago. Yeah, he voices somebody in Scooby-Doo. That's new. He was in The Butler. That's who? I do not remember him in The Butler.
I'm telling you, I don't.
And I've seen that movie many times. I do not remember him in The Butler.
That nigga was Ted Bundy, though. Oh, God.
Yeah. Yeah.
I try to forget that shit, though.
Yeah,
that nigga was Ted Bundy.
He did do that. I am trying
to
remember him in
That nigga played the
Butler.
fuck out of 10. But, you know, all them niggas do when they get to be a little murderer, like serial killer or some shit. Because I think they know the public gonna eat that shit up, though. Like, I don't know why I'm stuttering right now. Most murder documentaries get ate up by the public. And so if an actor can nail those, paid.
Yeah, I think...
paid.
Oh, hold on. I'm trying to see.
Raymond said, I've only seen The Butler once in theaters. Loved it. Powerful. As an expert in black history, it was beautiful. I'll never see it again. I can't. Too much.
Oh, I've watched it many times. The Butler is one of the ones that I can...
William said he was playing Forrest Whitaker. Y'all niggas are funny.
I'm trying... I have to know.
Nigga said he was playing Forrest Whitaker.
I have to know who he was playing.
Oh, y'all are funny.
I'm just gonna... I don't remember.
Nigga said he could...
Is this alphabetical?
He
No.
could play the thing nobody would know.
I don't even see his name, and maybe I'm just scrolling too fast, but I don't even... This is not just the cast. This is like... Oh, no, it is. It is the cast. Shit.
Grace said, I can't lie, I enjoy murder documentaries. Now, I'm not sitting here being like, you know how...
Oh, I'm ready for the Menendez brothers one.
I cannot wait for that shit.
Gonna be tough.
I know...
The Menendez brothers case is
I know,
already...
yeah, and it's from the same people who did the Jeffrey Dahmer... What's it called? Like the...
It's True Crimes.
True Crime, okay.
Because if you can watch the OJ one, dope as fuck. I love that one. The OJ True Crime one is dope, and so is the Versace one with Anthony Cunanan. That fucking... just walked up to Versace's door and shot him.
Well, no, because I remember whenever they came out with the Dahmer series, it was titled something, and then it was named, like, Jeffrey Dahmer, and because they told us it was, like, they were going to be making this a whole series about, like, the most prolific serial killers and stuff like that. And it's not like it's just the white public that goes crazy for him, because I think everyone goes crazy for him, but not to pick the race card, but it's usually, like... And not even the race card, but it's usually just straight up really women. If they find the actor attractive or some shit, they ain't gonna appeal with that nigga. Like, that's usually what it is in today's society. Like, if the actor's attractive, then... And that's usually what they do. They cast attractive niggas as the actors to... You know Hollywood.
I have to know.
Raymond said he'd be a good young Ronald Reagan, the racist jerk. May he rest in peace.
Oh.
Some of the shit y'all do. Just be sitting...
No, this is not the Butler. What the fuck is this?
Just be sitting at home typing. That should be making me laugh. Grace said, I look at it from the victim's perspective, so when I see a murderer being glorified, I just go, yeah, no. I mean, but, shit, victim's perspective, we never forget a lot of things and shit, so, I mean, I don't know. I think murder cases and murder documentaries are interesting. Not all of them, though. Just the ones that are interesting, but I definitely agree. I don't think it's anything like family members
and the butler. I don't care.
I don't think it's anything family members of victims and stuff like to see brought up again and shit like that. But like I've always said, history is history. I mean, you ain't gonna stop anyone from telling a story. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it happened and it's history, sooner or later some nigga gonna get their hands on it and make some money off it. I didn't even watch the Dahmer thing.
I didn't watch it.
He said, I want to see one on who really killed Sam Cooke. So,
I want to. True Crime was supposed to be working on the Monica Lewinsky Clinton one. I want to see that shit. That one look. It's not nobody gets murdered, but scandal.
I'm trying to see something real quick. Dexter is goated. I fuck with Dexter.
This is really making me mad that it's just because he's not in the movie. I've seen this movie plenty of times. He's not in it.
What is this fucking series called? My fault, y'all. Okay, so that's what it's called. Like, the Netflix has like their little monster series. Are they doing the Menendez brothers? The same niggas who did the Jeffrey Dahmer one?
Yeah, they're
so it's under the little monster series.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, not True Crime. True Crime is.
That's because when you said True Crime, I was like, I've seen the True Crime ones, but I swear the Jeffrey Dahmer one ain't under that shit.
No, it's under the monster thing.
Because the monster one was supposed to be like dead ass, the like sickest nigga, and the Menendez brothers are fucking sick.
With what they, that whole case.
Are fucking disgustingly sick.
What they did to their parents, and then went out and just. As if it was
fucking Tuesday.
Yeah. I was like,
another
oh my.
Tuesday.
I watched like the documentary. I've watched their interviews like on YouTube of them getting interviewed and shit in prison. I'm like, they there forever. Yep. The long run. The long run.
D Steele said, I live about an hour from Milwaukee. I didn't need to watch Dahmer. It was on the news every day during that time. Nah, yeah. A lot of niggas needed that Dahmer series, though. Y'all be surprised how many people my age genuinely did not know.
Oh, I was shocked. I was shocked, and that's an indictment of the American education system, honestly.
Yeah, and and that's what I'm saying, because I know, like, I'm 21, so I can tell y'all people my age, if y'all are a little older, I can tell y'all people my age are genuinely posting on their social medias about how they had not a damn idea about what he was doing how he grew up and shit like that. And so it's like, yeah, to a lot of us who grew up and pay attention to this shit, it's not really necessary. But then y'all realize, like, that shit might have helped some niggas, you know, like, don't talk to strangers, blase, this, that, don't go back. Reminded some niggas, don't let no one in your crib some shit.
That is also this generation. I think this generation is extremely stupid. And I say that because, like, there's new dumbass TikTok challenges every day. Like, the one most recent one I've seen is you go into a random person's house and you just help yourself. You sit down or you go to the kitchen. Come in my house? Kid or not, TikTok challenge or not, if I don't got it near me, and we know what I'm talking about when I say got it near me, Capone, Dracardis.
I was gonna say, 2 dogs, nigga.
Capone, fuck him up. First of all, walk in my house and without me and Capone's around.
Yeah, it's already a no-go.
Yeah, TikTok challenge my ass. That's what I'm saying. This generation is they're more interested in looking up dumbass shit than you know, actually knowledge. Knowledge is power. Shit. Knowledge is fucking power.
Man, you'll be surprised, bro. Like, you'll be surprised about some of the shit that doesn't get taught in, like, my fucking age group in school and stuff like that. Like, there's so much stuff that has legally been, like, you can't teach it in school anymore. Even stuff like that, to where teachers don't teach it and stuff like that. And so, I'm not saying this generation is all bad and everything, because I mean,
oh no, I coach AAU basketball, bro.
There's definitely like advancements in athleticism, and there's smarter kids out there than there ever was,
kids.
and technology advances.
Hell, one of my
like that,
drivers is a kid.
I'm fucking 21. Like, I'm damn near a kid. Like, it's just like, it's today's society though, not just America. Like William just said, Japanese kids aren't taught about Japan's role in World War II. It's almost everywhere, you know. Like, the world's not really. They pick and choose what they want to teach almost.
Yeah, I mean, look at it this way. I was having this conversation.
He said, "I'll do a kapow joke."
I was having this conversation with someone in Egyptian history, in Egyptian mythology. Moses is never mentioned. If you are a believer and you read the Bible, or you know the story of the Bible, you know Moses. Obviously, is a huge character person in the Bible. Obviously, let my people go. He was the one that freed the Israelites from the hands of Ramesses. But in Egyptian mythology, Moses is not mentioned. And I have my own theory. This is just my personal theory. I don't know anything. I don't, you are free to believe whatever the fuck you want to believe, and I'm not trying to convert anybody to believing anything. My own personal theory is kind of like what you just said, how Japan is not, they don't teach their kids about their role in World War II, or how they don't want to teach critical race theory here because it paints folks in a bad light. Well, that was a huge L for Egypt. Why the fuck would we document that? Why would we write that on our walls? Why would we etch? When you look at Egyptian hieroglyphics, it's highlighting their accomplishments. It's highlighting how advanced they were. It's highlighting that Pharaoh was this. It's not highlighting that they took an L. And Moses gave them a huge L. So they're not going to put that O.
That's what everything is, bro.
Yeah, no,
literally, I posted on my story the other day the amount of people that don't know about fucking breeding camps and stuff like that. And even fucking... There's people who don't know that George Washington's teeth weren't wood. Like, there's people who think, like, that nigga had wooden teeth for real. Like, because that's what we were taught. Like, there's people who don't know... I mean, I put, like, I'm sure you saw this shit on my story. Like, nigga, we celebrate Christopher Columbus. That nigga was fucking Epstein. That nigga trafficked indigenous girls on an island. And we have a fucking holiday for that nigga. Like, when America fucking banned slavery, them niggas started breeding them. Like, shit niggas
some would argue
don't
with
know.
You that Jim Crow was worse than slavery.
It really, because it's like funny that like you would say that shit, because it really probably was.
I mean,
like,
it was. I mean,
like
you went from being owned to being beaten, being owned, to being set free, to limitations, to like now it's like what do? We're not free, but we are free, but they can just come in our house and take our kids, and it's bro.
They
it's
can also, we it's like we just legally can't be treated as a good anymore, like exported and imported and shit like that. But literally, slavery was still there. They just literally couldn't be imported or exported. There's people who don't know. It's so crazy what's being taught and shit nowadays. And even, I can't imagine how worse it's about to get. Like I said earlier at the beginning of the stream, my little brother finna start high school.
Yeah.
There's books that I read in high school that have been banned already and stuff like that. And so it's only getting worse. We're not progressively getting any better as a nation. I can't speak for around the world. I can speak for in the state at least. Our education here is horrible.
Oh, God. Oh, God. It really is. I said, the Sizzle said, several Egyptian citizens don't even acknowledge Egypt is on the continent of Africa. Yeah, that's one of the things, too. I always like to... That's one of my go-tos. I said that with the whole Cleopatra shit that's going... The controversy of Cleopatra being black on Netflix. The thing about that is, regardless of how you want to whitewash it, spin it, or twist it, the Egyptians were black. They were black. And they created one of the 8 wonders of the world that you motherfuckers still can't figure out today how they did it. Today, you still can't figure out how they did it. So, they can try to say that it's not recognized in Africa, and I know some Egyptians do or whatever, but the fact of the matter is they were black. Point blank period. I'm sorry if that ruffles feathers or that makes you upset or that goes against something that you were previously taught. Unlearn what you were taught. You were taught wrong.
Same thing with reparations. Like, people forget or don't. They're really not educated that white people were given reparations for fucking every slave lost. Like, slaves were treated as property.
They were.
And so white people were paid for every slave that they had to give up. Mm-hmm. And so, I don't know, that's black. Niggas ain't asking for reparations. Like, we just want the rest of it. Like, our half or some shit. Like,
oh, I want everything owed to my family.
White people got...
And I can tell
millions of dollars that funded the banks and started up almost every investment fund and shit from reparations due to slaves being taken away. Slaves were taken and they were given money. But the victims, nah.
Yeah.
Fuck all that. Fuck all of that. Justin said, I honestly never knew Egyptians were black till I was a whole controversy. I'm glad I know the truth.
But you want to know why? They're not. It's not taught to us because you can't figure out how they marveled your minds. How did a bunch of niggas that we took from the same continent and made slaves make one of the 8 wonders of the world?
It's almost like the High Evolutionary.
Yeah.
With Rocket.
Yeah.
How did he make Rocket and Rocket can't? Like, how did they end up with the same niggas and they couldn't do what the fuck they like? It's crazy. Grace said, ain't no European pyramids out there, just a slab of rocks in a circle that couldn't even get finished.
Right. I'm telling you, I mean.
Raymond said, how hard is it to watch a documentary, read a book, read the autopsy information, the FBA files, the court docs, all of this available on Google. People are going to think Michael Jackson was white. I'll tell y'all one thing. If y'all want to find out some real shit, follow the money. You know who's getting paid, where the money's coming from. You'll figure whatever y'all want out.
And that's
Just
true, too.
Figure out the fucking paper trail, and y'all will learn 90% of things y'all want to learn.
D-Sizzle saying there was a lot of mixing going on during that time, too. Yeah, I mean, there was mixing. There's just, that's the thing too. None of us are really what we think we are. I mean, when I got my DNA testing back, I was shocked with some of it. I knew the Native American, I knew the black stuff, but obviously some of the other stuff I was shocked with. But again, there's so much mixing and things that has gone on throughout history, throughout time. Nobody is purely whatever. None of us. I mean, it just is what it is.
D. Steele said, saying Egypt is not in Africa is like saying northern Canada isn't in North America. And then Raymond said, yeah, Moses is not mentioned in Egyptian history at all.
He's not. I'm telling you, it's the L.
Grace said, this generation is the amalgamation of 1984 being ruled by the ruling class out of Idiocracy, directed by Paul Verhoeven. Damn. Raymond said, I'm not scared of Trump and his racist toupee anymore. I'm more concerned about Ron DeSantis. Damn.
I did see him announce he was running.
That's like Grace said, that's like saying Charlize Theron is a Zulu. Z. Steele said, we're all genetically African though. Enviro Earth said, if your little brother was gay, would you support him or judge him? Hey, my little brother's not gay, but I don't. Big what if question right there. D. Steele said, American TikTokers are mad corny. Other cultures use it for educational purposes. It's crazy. I mean, whatever you use your social media for, that's what you're gonna get out of it, though. If you use it for corny purposes and troll niggas and shit, that's what you're gonna get on it. If you actually want to use any of your social medias for education, that's all my YouTube is. YouTube and Reddit is straight informational shit. Like,
yeah.
And then Twitter is straight sports and like movies and comic book stuff. Stamina said TikTok, somebody's gonna get hurt real.
I'm telling you, that when I saw that one, that walking into people's house, like this dude walked into these.
No, I've seen that shit.
Yeah, I was like,
and just sat on the couch, was like, "What you got in here?"
I was like, bro, I promise you, you do that to my home.
The place of stay.
What the fuck?
The place of stay after a bad day.
Home? Like what? No, you can't. No, that's crazy.
Justin said, honestly, yeah, even though I'm Puerto Rican, technically I'll never say I'm 100% Puerto Rican because I don't know my family history. And with all the mixing of races and everything, I've learned that we have different bits from races. I'm guessing he had more to say, but hadn't finished it yet. But yeah, no, that's the same way I am. Like, growing up, I used to think I was just half German, half black. I don't know what I am. I could be Jewish. I could be... I don't know what I am until I take like a full DNA test. I know I'm German, black, probably native. I don't know anything else.
Yeah. You know. Does anybody else have anything that they would like to say before we close for the evening?
Justin said, like, the fact Darius is technically related to Don and Q. Fuck. He's related to me, too.
Yeah.
It's still shocking as hell to me. Yeah, we are related to Don Cheadle. Come on, bruh.
Yeah, it's a wild thing.
D. Steele said, my whole ancestry got black, European, Native American. And then Raymond said, I'm black, blackety black, young, gifted, and black. But that's pretty much all we've gotten. I've caught up with everything. No, you're all good, Justin. I'm fucking with you.
Yeah. Like I said, that's what we had for the docket on today. There's nothing else really going on. It's the summer. It's turning into the summer, obviously. It's not officially summer, which I just learned the other day. I'm like, what the fuck? It's not officially summer.
Weird.
Yeah. But summer is coming up, but it's been kind of a slow news time also. So, but we're, still going to be here with you guys, not this Thursday. We're going to be with you guys Sunday, because we're going to go see Spider-Verse on Thursday. So we'll give you guys a review on Sunday and be with you guys then. So, yeah, we'll definitely, excuse me. We will definitely still be with you guys this coming
in
week.
A week.
And I think that is it. I'm trying to remember. Did I have something else I wanted to say? I don't think so, though. I think that was it. I think that was all the announcements that I had. Do I need to rewatch Into the Spider-Verse? I wouldn't say you need to.
Yeah, it's not a need. I mean, but it's not like a bad rewatch either. If you just want to throw it on.
I haven't seen it in a minute. It's not a bad rewatch.
I might do so in the next week or some shit. I don't know if I need to rewatch all of it, but there's some certain parts I'm gonna go back and see. Yeah. Probably just go to sleep to it, honestly, and listen to it.
Yeah, I haven't. Like I said, I haven't seen it in a minute. I've not seen that one in a minute, but I do. Maybe. I mean, if you want to rewatch it, you can rewatch it. I don't think it's a need to, though. Like William said, watch it anyway.
Yeah, and The Little Mermaid, apparently fire. Need to go see that, too.
Yeah, I've heard nothing
I'll
but good
probably
things
bootleg
about
it tonight.
Nothing but good things about The Little Mermaid.
Be taking money from Halle Berry's pockets.
But okay, let me see. I'll watch Into the Spider-Verse again in the next day or two. It's Thursday. Is Thursday the 2nd? That's the 2nd? Or is that the 1st? That's the
Thursday
first.
is the 1st.
Okay. All right. Well,
it's Tuesday's 30th.
All right, guys. We appreciate all you guys hanging out with us for this time.
3 times? Damn, Liam. Is it that good? I need to go see it.
Oh yeah, the Spider-Man 2 game. Yeah, we'll probably talk about that.
And the game, yeah.
We'll probably talk about that on Sunday with the Across the Spider-Verse.
Fuck Ant-Man, I forgot.
Forgot about that.
That should look good as fuck, though. Did you watch the trailer for the game?
I still haven't.
Dang.
I think I saw some on Instagram, but it wasn't the trailer. It was like a small clip of gameplay of Spider-Man in the symbiote suit and taking some guys with some guns and slamming them on the ground. I was like, oh, that's kind of dope. It's kind of dope. So what's the story there? He's got the symbiote suit and like it's doing what it does, and
it's him and Miles. There's parts where it's supposed to be a full, like, this one's not co-op. It's a full single player story thing where you just explore everything. And the part we
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't share my personal business very, very much, if at all. My personal, I guess I will more so on my second channel. And with age and with time, I've gotten so much better at this. But Q knows this. Q is my cousin. Just for anybody that is confused, and to go back to, because I've seen this conversation continue on in the chat,
like bugging
from Enviro Earth, and it's I understand, I appreciate, I get that, but also, you know, Q
you're attacking me, bro.
Here, one of the things I'll say this before I even say this. If I lose subscribers, it is what it is. I'm content with who and where I am. I'm bi, and Q knows that. Q is my cousin. Obviously, that is something he knows. That's not something I feel like I need to share on a comic book movie review channel. That's, you know, but since we're having the conversation, there it is. So, you know, no, he's not homophobic. He's not any of that. I think when we talk LGBTQ and we have these conversations, we have to also remember that not everyone in those conversations, in those spaces, it doesn't have to be this big, drug out, deep, in-depth conversation. I feel like if your family or if your friends accept you for who you are, conversation done. Yep. We don't need to go, because it doesn't change me who I am. Just because you now know this tidbit of information about me, it does not then change who I am. I'm still the exact same person. You just now know a bit more about me. But the deep conversation, let's talk about where you've come from and who you are and the struggles of the... I don't need to go into those deep conversations. But I just wanted to address that just so that the hate or whatever couldn't stop toward Q.
I'm so just a nigga like Riley.
So again, you know that now. So if that is a issue, that unsubscribe button is there. Anyway,
we all be here.
Anyway, appreciate all of you guys being here, and appreciate
everything.
Yeah, all the love. Like I said, we'll be back with you guys on Sunday. We're back.
Unfortunately,
Sunday.
we won't be here Thursday, but
because that's the movie.
After we see it on, I'm sure we'll both be in the Discord letting y'all know or some shit. I'm sure some of y'all going. It's like, when are y'all? Let me know when y'all are going to see it. Thursday, Friday, because that shit is going to be packed. I feel like fucking packed. Everyone's waiting on this shit. So
yeah.
Let's get to it. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, I can't wait for this movie.
I'm ready for this one too.
Diesel. Fishing. Everybody love fishing.
But again, like I said, let me go back to, is this my main screen? Is that me? No, that's not me. This has been changed so much. I don't know where I am. Where the fuck am I?
Thursday evening.
There I am.
This shit's standing.
That's not me. Hello. Why the fuck is my camera not up? What the fuck?
On your left.
Okay. I'll close this way then. Again, thank you guys for being here. This is there it is. There it is. I'm like, why the fuck is this shit not working? Okay. Thank you guys all for being here. We'll be back with you guys on Sunday. We're going to go see Across the Spider-Verse Thursday. We'll give you guys our thoughts and everything on it on Sunday. I'm sure, like Q said in the Discord as well, we'll let you guys know what we thought of the movie. And then right after that, I think we've got The Flash and we've got Rise of the Beast. So we're going to be giving you guys quite a few reviews in the month of June. So I hope you guys are still sticking around with us.
Got some
for
TV
sure.
Shows that might come out.
Oh yeah, I think. Wait, when is Secret Invasion? When the fuck is that?
Yeah,
is that in June?
June or July? It's
okay. We got that too. We got Secret Invasion too. So we're going to be here to review and talk about that. I'm still looking forward to Secret Invasion. So we've got that. And again, like I said, I hope you guys are still rocking, and we'll see you guys on Sunday. Like, subscribe, share with your friends.
Said June 21st.
June 21st is Secret Invasion? Okay, so we've got a full month of
But he
June.
said, ain't it? Like a question mark.
So, ain't it?
I'm he don't know for sure, I would assume.
I'm not sure.
No Little Mermaid review because we have not seen it yet.
No, I have not seen The Little Mermaid.
Ask official EMG.
Yeah. Secret Invasion on the Marvel Studios subreddit is set to
I need to get to see Little Mermaid too. Though,
This shit says May, but that's obviously not.
I keep forgetting
accurate.
that shit even came out.
So,
dumbass.
so that's obviously not accurate. But we'll be here for that too. We'll give you guys a review for Secret Invasion. I'm still looking forward to that. So as I always say, I still don't have no music because I don't have the. I'm still working. Henry and I are still working on the outro music. So like, subscribe, share with your friends, and we will see all of you guys in the next video. Thank you very much. Peace out. Be safe. Enjoy your holiday tomorrow. If you have the day off, enjoy your day off.
It's Tuesday.
Is tomorrow Tuesday?
No. The holiday's Tuesday.
Then what the fuck is tomorrow? Why do I have tomorrow off?
You're off tomorrow?
I'm off tomorrow.
I'm not off tomorrow. What's tomorrow?
I'm off. Well, anyway, enjoy if you have off tomorrow.
Tomorrow is Memorial. I lied. Memorial Day is the 30th.
Well, enjoy the holiday tomorrow. Enjoy your holiday.
30th,
go eat at someone's house. And what is Memorial Day?
Veterans.
Enjoy it. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. We'll see you guys all in the next video. That might get me in trouble.